David Ryan.
Hey there, I wanted to give you a quick lesson / tutorial on this really cool riff from a John Mayer song called Belief. It is played usually by David Ryan Harris, at least it was in a lot of the live versions that you'll see on YouTube. But it's a cool kind of breakdown in the middle of the song, and it's just a really small section after the solo and before kind of like the band comes in and just kind of jams. And it's just such a darn tasty riff. It's just really groovy, and I'm a sucker for a groove, so I really love this. And I saw somebody had a question on YouTube like, how do you play this thing? I just thought I'd make a quick lesson about how to do it. And I feel like I'm going like full-on hipster nerd. I don't usually wear these glasses, which are actually prescription, but I don't wear that often. Anyway, so you heard it before, but this is how you play it, right? So the first thing you do is you play this D note on the low E string, all right? And that's on the 10th fret. And then he goes into this kind of funky chord thing. I'm in the middle position of the Telecaster. I'm playing the Telecaster because that's what I've seen him play in most all the videos I've seen. So I'm in the middle position. I don't know if that's correct. It kind of sounds to me sometimes better with my setup on the neck position, but I just figure in the middle is kind of like with single coil guitars, and sort of the in-between positions is the most funky. And this is a little bit of a funky riff. Telecasters aren't known to be funky, but this is my best guess. If you know of the position that David Ryan Harris happens to play it in for some reason, or if you have a better suggestion, then feel free to leave a comment. Let's get into it again. So that first note is a D on the low E string, and then he goes into this. So that's an F chord, right? So that's an A position, right? And that's from the Cage system. If you're not familiar with Cage, go out. I encourage you to find a video on it and learn it. So it's really helpful, right? So this is like an A shape F chord. Maybe you think of the E. This may be a common E shape or E chord that you know. It's just moved up that step, 1 fret, right? So that's the first chord, and I play it with my first finger. And then he goes to a C, which is a C. You can hear it. And this is kind of like your E shape E chord, right? And that's on the 8th fret. But you're not going to play that full bar chord, right? This whole kind of progression is like 3-string chords, right? So the F is just the D string, the G string, and the B string. And you kind of got to mute all the rest of the strings. If you do it with your palm, somehow, if you do it with your fingers, that's just kind of something that you have to get a hang of. And then he goes to the C chord, and then he goes to another C chord, but it's just a different voicing or inversion. So this is like the D-shaped C chord, but it's on those same strings, right? So that's another C chord. Oh, so let me go back to this low E string thing. So the first time he just goes to the D, and then he bounces back and forth from D to a C, back to a D, and then you go back to the F chord, and then he goes to a D minor. So I'm sure that's a common bar chord that you've seen for a minor. Maybe you know D minor like this. So that's the D minor, but you're playing this on like the top 4 strings, right? When I say top, I mean like the highest voice strings. So let's do that again. And that's really it, right? So you could play the D minor right here. Probably familiar with like an A minor bar chord or any kind of minor bar chord like that. So that would be up here, and that would playing on those same strings, right? The D, the G, and the B. But in the videos I've seen, he plays it down here. So again, real slow, this is the first note. So C to F to C, and then bounce back on the D to C to D. Right? So the rhythm of this, you'll just kind of have to play around with it. Do it however you like. The way he does it, I'll try to convey how he does it. He goes something like... So when that D minor he does like, and that's the first time. So then the second time he goes, so on the F chord he goes like a, and then the band kicks in, right? So I'll play it one more time and hopefully it makes sense. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't considered already, please subscribe to my channel and click on these videos that will pop up. We'll see you next time.